There was a time when most animals were enormous compared to our size, due to climate changes and lack of adaptation. Today, only their remnants and fossils remain. However, we can still observe some descendants that inherited the genetic legacy of their ancestors. These colossal animals don't just inhabit the sea, they also roam the land. The largest of them all is the elephant. There are two main species of elephants, the African and the Asian, each with several subspecies. Both are massive ungulate mammals called proboscideans, and they're the only living representatives of this order, which included now extinct mammoths and mastodons. The two species have striking differences. Asian elephants stand 6.5 to 11.5 feet tall, 2 to 3.5 meters, and weigh around 5.5 US tons, 5 metric tons, while African elephants, though similar in height, can reach up to 7.7 US tons, 7 metric tons, making the African bush elephant the largest land animal in the world. Their ears also differ significantly. African elephants have enormous ears that nearly cover their entire heads, while Asian elephants' ears are smaller. Additionally, not all Asian subspecies have long tusks, unlike their African counterparts. Another difference lies in their hair coverage. Asian elephants have thicker hair across much of their bodies, while African elephants are mostly hairless, with sparse and reduced body hair. The trunk is their most distinctive feature. At its tip, they have finger-like appendages that allow them to grasp objects with precision and delicacy, even something as small as a pin from the ground. Asian elephants have one finger, while African elephants have two. This versatile appendage functions much like human arms. Highly flexible, it can move in all directions, coil around plants to uproot them, and effortlessly lift logs weighing up to 550 pounds, 250 kilograms. It's estimated that the trunk contains about 40,000 muscles. Beyond using it for feeding, elephants suck up water to drink or spray themselves, and throw dirt and mud to cool down, remove parasites, and protect themselves from the sun. Although their trunk length doesn't aid their sense of smell, they compensate by touching objects with it and then transferring particles to the Jacobson's organ located in their palate to analyze scents with greater precision. For defense, elephants rely not on their trunks but on their massive bodies. When threatened, they can crush any adversary. Some specimens also possess enormous tusks, which they use to gore aggressors after knocking them down. These tusks, actually elongated incisors, can weigh up to 220 pounds, 100 kilograms each. While not used for eating, they serve to dig for roots or lift heavy objects. These majestic creatures stand as living testaments to the animal kingdom's grandeur. Though their prehistoric ancestors were even more imposing, modern elephants remain awe-inspiring giants that command respect. When chewing food, elephants use their molars, which are rarely visible externally. They possess 3 pairs of premolars and 3 pairs of molars on each side, though only one pair is used at a time for grinding. Their molars feature specialized ridges that help break down the fibrous vegetation, mainly leaves and grasses, that makes up their diet. An elephant's skin is remarkably thick, 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, on the lower lip and slightly thinner elsewhere. Historically classified as pachyderms, meaning thick-skinned, a term that included rhinos and hippos, this categorization has since fallen out of use. African elephants display a grayish hue, while Asian elephants have darker skin with color variations. Their thick skin is believed to withstand both internal bodily pressure and predator attacks. The wrinkles covering their skin serve a vital purpose. They help retain moisture and mud for sun protection and temperature regulation, a crucial adaptation since elephants lack sweat glands to dissipate heat. Their cooling system lies in their ears, which contain extensive networks of blood vessels. As blood circulates through them, it cools via convection, a process enhanced by constant ear flapping. Exceptionally long-lived, elephants can survive up to 70 years in captivity and 50 to 65 years in the wild. Age is determined by their molars. As each pair wears down, it's replaced by the next until, with no teeth left, they succumb to malnutrition. This extraordinary longevity stems partly from their near absence of natural predators in adulthood. While lions in Africa or tigers in Asia rarely attack them, their calves remain vulnerable. However, young elephants are protected by the herd system. Elephant herds form matriarchal societies composed of adult females and their offspring. African elephant herds typically contain 8 to 10 adults, while Asian elephant groups are smaller, with 4 to 8 individuals. Males are expelled from the herd between 12 to 15 years old, afterward forming small bachelor groups or living solitary lives, except during mating seasons. Elephant reproduction is remarkable. After dominance competitions between males, females undergo the animal kingdom's longest gestation period, 22 months, surpassing even blue whales. Newborns weigh approximately 330 pounds, 150 kilograms, and can walk independently but rely on mother's milk for 12 to 24 months. Their communal calf care is exceptional. While adult females feed, a designated nanny watches over calves in specific areas. When threats are detected, the herd rapidly organizes defense, using powerful trumpeting as alarm signals. Their communication system is sophisticated. Beyond audible sounds, they employ low-frequency vibrations traveling through the ground, detected by their sensitive feet, enabling long-distance communication across several miles. Elephants possess extraordinarily developed hearing, detecting frequencies as low as 18 Hz, far below human hearing, 100 Hz, or even mice, 500 Hz. This acute hearing complements unique tactile sensitivity in their feet, allowing detection of seismic vibrations from movements or infrasound, creating an advanced communication/alert system. Their skeletal anatomy shows specialized adaptations for supporting massive weight. Front limbs with backward-flexing elbows and rear limbs with forward-bending knees debunk the four-knees myth. They walk on toe tips, with specialized foot pad cushioning enabling surprisingly quiet movement despite their size. These same structures detect environmental vibrations. The legendary memory of elephants finds scientific support in their impressive brain development. With a brain weighing approximately 11 pounds, 5 kilograms, and containing some 257 billion neurons, comparable in complexity to humans, they demonstrate exceptional cognitive abilities including grief behaviors, tool use, altruism, and self-awareness. This extraordinary intelligence manifests in documented cases where matriarchs lead herds to water sources they visited decades earlier in their youth. However, this cognitive capacity has a darker side. Elephants can remember grievances for over 20 years, explaining their temperamental nature and the numerous fatal incidents they're involved in annually. Not just with humans, but other herbivores too. Though widely distributed across African savannas to Asian forests, they face grave threats endangering their survival as a species. Ivory poaching remains the primary threat, despite international bans. Compounding this is habitat loss and fragmentation from agricultural expansion, creating human-wildlife conflict when elephants raid crops for food. Some populations are now classified as vulnerable to critically endangered, depending on location. Without urgent action to combat the black market ivory trade and protect migratory corridors, these majestic animals could disappear from their natural habitats in the near future. To protect the species, vast ecological reserves have been established to prevent extinction, control poaching, and encourage reproduction. In these protected areas, elephants coexist with other wildlife, achieving significant conservation results. These sanctuaries operate primarily through ecotourism, which also generates important local employment while promoting environmental preservation. The subject of elephants is incredibly vast and fascinating. While much more information exists, we've focused on key highlights to keep this content concise. We hope you've enjoyed learning about these magnificent creatures as much as we enjoyed creating this presentation. If you found this content valuable, please like and share to help others discover our channel. New viewers are warmly invited to subscribe, and we welcome your comments, questions, or suggestions below. Thank you for your time and attention. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.